Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to a new episode of Technique Tuesday. First off, let me just say sorry for last week. We were camping and I could not get my act together because I was in like vacation mode before we went. So I didn't want to just rush through something. So I took the week off. I'm refreshed. I'm ready to go. And today I'm going to show you guys a really simple one sheet wonder where you can make 4 cards. So as you can see, I've already made the 4 cards here, and we're just going to stamp down the middle here and down the middle here. And I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to give you all the instructions. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to move these out of the way. I will bring them back in at the end of the show, plus a souped up version of the exact same thing that I did, just to show you guys that you can step it up. So first off, you are going to need your paper trimmer. You're gonna need some white paper, okay? And you're going to need 4 pieces of 5.5 by, 5.5 by 8.5 paper, yeah. God, I do this every day, you think I'd remember. Right, 5.5 by 8.5 paper. And you can pick like whatever colors you're gonna choose to match your ink. So you're gonna need 4 of those. You're gonna need a stamp set that is, has lots of images, and then a stamp set that has some greetings. And they don't have to match, they don't have to be friends. You can use whichever ones are your favorite. And this is gonna take a little bit longer today, you guys, because I have to stamp the outside and the inside, but I will do my best to be quick about it. Or we can just sit here and we can relax, and it's summer, so let's just enjoy one another's company. But let's go ahead and get started. The inks that I chose 4 colors of ink, so I'm choosing all of the new in colors, which are Hydrangea Hue, Cantaloupe Crisp, Golden Glow, Fairly Blush, and Peaceful Pine. These colors go fantastic together. It's just amazing. So, okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna cut our base down to right here. It says 10.5 by 8, because our final cuttings will be 4 by 5.25. So let's go ahead and cut this down. And you don't have to use the Stampin'Up paper trimmer. You can use whichever one you have. Just have to get my arm out here. So first off, we're gonna cut this at 8. And then we're gonna cut it at 10.5. So the trick is when you do something like this, you're going to want to start with your largest image first. So let me go ahead and pull in the black ink pad here because I have to do the outlines. So your largest image, you want to start with that first. So the largest one for this is the rose image here. This one right here. This is our largest image. And I have made these a couple times. So my first time, I just kind of did it randomly, but I am going to start right smack in the middle of the paper, okay? So just right there. And then you do want to go a little bit randomly. So we'll just do some of these up here. And you want to leave some blank spaces in these 4 corners so that you can stamp your greetings, or you can put on your doodads, or whatever you guys want to do. You want to put on a stitch of ribbon. So you don't have to stamp them super close. It's kind of just do whatever you want. This is, I did a lot of these when I sold my cards at the farmer's market, because they were quick, but they were still pretty. There's some other one sheet wonders that I can pull out at a later date, and we can do those for Technique Tuesday. But this one I thought was fun. It was easy. I'm still in summer mode, so I'm just reluctant to start the Christmas projects, even though I do need to start them for my stamp camp that's coming up. So if you guys want to come to my stamp camp, it is November 21st. And we're going to make 6 fun projects. Okay, I think that's enough roses. I don't know what you guys think. Maybe we'll just add one more, but we got to leave room for some of our other stuff. Okay, there we go. And then I just told you to leave a space, and then I didn't. And what's cool is when you finish this, If there's not enough things that you see on your paper, you can always go back and add. So now we're gonna start with the one that is the next size down, and this is this other rose here. Excuse me, right here, okay? And we're just gonna randomly put these in here too. And I did get a little black mark there. It'll be fine. No one's gonna notice, because we're gonna go in and we're gonna put color over the top. This works out fantastic if you have a stamp set that you don't have to do the outlines first. And if you're in a hurry, I would maybe highly recommend doing one of those. But I don't have one of those that's current, so we're using what I got here. Okay, I think that's enough of those. See, and on the last ones, I got a whole lot. Okay, now we're gonna go in and we're gonna put in the leaves. So we're gonna start, oh, actually here, let's do this. So now we're gonna do this other little rose part here. It's really cute. So we're gonna do that. And we're gonna kind of fill in some of the space here. So sorry if you see my hair. I just need to move over the top of it. And if you get them on top of each other, don't worry about it. It's fine. No big deal. It's still gonna be beautiful. The recipients will still love it. This is a cool project too, guys, if you want to make like a gift for somebody, because then you can just whip out 4 cards that are all the same as a gift. And people do like to get cards that they don't have to make as gifts. I give mine out all the time. Let's do this right here. Okay, I think that's good. Should we want some more, we can always go back in. Now we're gonna go in with the leaves. So the next leaf that we're gonna do is this one here. And let's see, we'll put one here. This one's a little bit big. I have to make sure I left enough room. I'm gonna slant the paper here. Let's do it this way. I'm gonna add one more down at the bottom, then we'll go in with the other leaf because it's a little bit smaller. This guy's a little bit big. But I wanna use up all the stamps. So I think that's plenty. I don't know what you guys think. You can drop me a comment. All right, now let's go in with this other smaller one. Oh, let me show you on the stamp set, sorry. So we're gonna go in next with this one because that's the next size down. And we'll just put some here. See, and I almost touched, but that's fine. Don't fret about it. We'll be just fine. So while we're stamping, do we got a Sherry story? Well, right now my 2 little minions are in here with me, but they are sleeping on the floor. So Max and Jake are in the vicinity, but they're behaving themselves. Okay, I think that's enough leaves. So now we're gonna go in with this flower here. It's kind of like a little daisy. I don't know what kind of flower that is, but that's what we're gonna do next. And we're just gonna kind of fill the space. So you still got all these blank spaces here. Over here, there we go. La 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 la. Where do I want to put? Oh, here, about right here. Okay. I don't know, guys. I think that's good. Or, yeah, I think that's good. I don't know what you guys think. Oh, here, we'll do one more. Why not? And like I said, if you want to go back in later and add some more. So the next part is going to be this little accent piece here. And what I did is I actually added this after because I forgot, but we're gonna add it before right now. And the color that I chose for that is the Cantaloupe Crisp. And I'm still not used to these magnetic stamp pads, and I drop them all the time, so that's fun. Okay, so now we're just gonna go and fill in here, and this is gonna give it just a little pop of this color here. Just random little spots. Just kind of try to fill it in, just a stitch. And it doesn't have to be perfect because it's your project. I think up here it needs a little bit more. Let's go off there. We go. Oh, here, we'll put one here. do we need some over here? Jeez. Jeez Louise. Okay. Wow. Okay, I think that might be it because we're pretty full. And I don't want to cram anything in there. And then what do? I stamp it again. Okay, so now let's go in and fill in the color. And same thing, we'll start with our big eye first. What I did notice about this stamp set is that it is those images that are a little, I don't remember what Stampin'Up called them, but you're gonna need your mat. So I'm gonna put the mat a little bit underneath my paper so that I don't stamp over on the ink. So you're gonna need like your little stamping mat. I don't know if you guys use a mouse pad, but whatever you've got on hand. Okay, so let me show you guys. If you have problems lining up your stamp, let me just show you really quick. So this image here, and this is the fill-in part. If you're having a problem figuring it out, how it goes on there, your best bet is to lay the stamp on top of the image, and then you're just gonna pick it up with the block. And then there's no questions on where it goes, okay? So that's one way to do it, you know, because we all need a little help every now and again. And we're just gonna fill these in with the pink. So it's so pretty. And see, I don't even get it perfect every time. And I've been stamping for 20 years. So this is a fun, easy, you can do this too. If you have a stamp for the dudes, you know, like something like tools or something like that, by all means, get that out and you can make 4 cards for the dudes. I just didn't have time to make up some samples of some dude stuff, but maybe in another episode we can do that for the dudes. Because I know I love ribbon and sparklies and all that stuff. And then, oh yeah, always forget about the dudes. All right, so last one. Here we go. Now we're gonna go in with the purple with the hydrangea hue. That's the next one. Where's my lid? There it is. And what's really cool, you guys, these are all magnetic. That's like magic. That's so cool. I just love that. All right. Now we're going with the next one down. And if it's too much for you, you can always stamp off to make it lighter. And that means you'll stamp it here first and then on here. But it's supposed to look like that. It's not the ink pad, it's the stamp. So I'm supposed to be filling up that image there. Wow, I don't have a whole lot of purple ones on here like I did with my other samples. I'll have to show you guys that in a minute. Now see, and I just got it out of the lines. That's okay. Let me move that out of the way. It's okay. All right, there we go. That's all of our purple. Now for the second go round, we are going to make these roses here because you get a fill-in stamp for all of this stuff. It's so cool. Even this little leaf is so tiny that you got to make sure you don't lose it. I always lose my stuff like that. Okay, or I don't always, but I'm always afraid I am. Okay, so now we're going to go in and we're going to fill in these other roses. As I'm chitter-chattering about nothing, sorry. Oh, good grief. I'm just trying to entertain you guys while you watch me stamp. So we'll get there. That's why I said this is really time consuming, but if you guys have a stamp that you don't have to stamp the flowers twice, that will make it a lot quicker. But this is a quick, easy cards to make. Okay, let's get the green out of the way because we got a lot of green to do. So for this little guy, so here's all your fill-in pieces here. So for this little fella, I noticed that he gets really filled up with ink. So I'm going to stamp him off and then fill it in here. Because do you see how thick that is? It really washes it out. It's too much. So trial and error, if you guys have this stamp set, then you know that stamp might be a little bit too juicy for your project. Okay, I think that's all of those. And let's get this going here. So I'm sorry for moving this around. Just makes it a little bit easier to fill it all in. I hope you guys are still with me. You can fast forward to the end. Oh, too funny. Oh, see, and I kind of got off the grid there. That's okay. Is that it? I think so. Do we see any more of those? I don't think so. Okay. Now let's go in with our 3. Fill that in. As everybody's getting ready to go back to school, I know some schools already started. Talked to my friend that lives in Florida, and her daughter started school already. And I know some of the schools in Spokane are going to start up. I know Idaho doesn't start, or at least in Post Falls, they don't start up until after Labor Day. Okay, I just noticed I missed one here. Let's get that guy taken care of. And for the last but not, oh, I missed another one. Here we go. See, on my A game here. I was always sad when it was back to school time. I always missed my kids. We always had so much fun over the summer that I didn't want to give them back. And then I chose to homeschool, so we went that route too. So it's all good. Okay, now we're gonna fill in the daisy. And then we're almost to the finish line. Gosh, you guys, I am so sorry. I know this is so time consuming. And I got to figure out how to get that in there. I need to go get my glasses checked. This is so bad. Let's just go for it. There we go. Like we always tried to cram a lifetime of fun stuff with my kids before they had to go back to school. Oh my goodness, Sherry, where is it? Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, I can't find it, so. There we go, I got it, yay! Only took me a few tries. Okay, sorry you guys. See, even though I've been doing this forever, we all still have a struggle. There we go. There we go, okay. When I find it, I shouldn't twist it. Here, let me get this out of the way. A couple over here. And I already put it down. Here we go. Oh, goodness gracious, Agnes. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, we got kind of a little V right there. I got it. We got one more. Okay, so now after this, we're going to cut and we're going to pick our greetings and we are going to be finished. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, now let me get the mat out of the way. Push everything aside, kind of re-straighten out my board here so that you guys aren't watching something crooked. Because sometimes I watch this after and go, holy cow. Okay, so now we're gonna cut these down. The first cut we're gonna do is 5 1/4. Okay. And then we're gonna do 4. So there we got 2 panels there. And we'll do 4 right here. Okay, so now you've got your greetings right here. So now we just need to choose which greetings we want. Okay, this first one, we've got this nice big space. Now you can either do it this way if you want, or you can do it this way. It's really up to you. And I did get some ink up here, so that's got a little blurb on it, and that's totally fine. Don't sweat it. It's fixable. You can always cut it down a stitch, and actually I will do that. So we're gonna do happy birthday, I think, on this one. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna fix this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this down just to, let's see, to 5. And then we'll cut this, this one here, down to 5 1/4. Problem solved. See, there is no mistakes. All right, so we're just gonna fold this. Where's my bone folder? Here it is. Now you can use glue, you can use whatever you want. So we're gonna stamp happy birthday in that nice big area. So I think we should do it like that. What do you guys think? We'll do it that way because it's good to have different. And this all comes as a big giant bundle. You can get it with some of the doodads and the whatnots, or you can just get the stamps. All right, so we got this nice big one here. So let's choose a big greeting. How about this one that says, wishing you a day of relaxation, happiness, and love, because that's a big giant greeting. And I did get a little bit of water on that, so I'm gonna try to stamp it over the water to try to hide it. And I have a hair on that, but that's okay. That happens. Happens sometimes with our stamps. Okay, so now we've got this one here. So how about thank you for being there for me? Let's do that one. And I will give that just a swipe here before. Hopefully there's nothing on there. And actually, I'm going to turn this one this way as well. Actually, here, let's do it this way, since the flowers are flowing that way. Oh, so pretty. Love it, love it, love it. All right, and last but not least, let's see if we can do this big, long one. This one says, thinking of you right here. So let's give that a try. And perhaps we can get it right across the top. Let me see one of my big stamps. Will it fit? Sorta. Let's just do it a little bit crooked. There we go. And here, let me just lay it down and I can try to pick it up. Like so. How does that look? Okay, that looks pretty straight. And then just gonna do this here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. The hesitation. Oh, that looks good. Okay, perfect. So if you guys want, you can go back in. Let me pull these all back together. If you want, you can pull these back in, and if you want to fill in some of this area here with other images, like maybe down here put in another purple rose because there's not very much purple, that would look really, really pretty. Or you can just put them together and be done. So let's do that. We'll put these together and we'll be done. And then I'll show you guys all the other ones that I've already made. Let me get this out of the way. I had a big mess here. But that's okay. I love getting messy. At least today we didn't get dirty, inky, or anything like that. Just our regular dirtiness. So... And if you guys are getting ready to go back to school, I hope it works out. I hope your kids are ready. And if there's some of you guys that watch me or are kindergarten moms, don't worry. They're in good hands. Those kindergarten teachers, they really are special, special people. They know how to take care of those little wee ones. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal here because I never use this thing. And it'll be quick, I think. I say that, and then it might not be. And I think I got glue on my finger. So since we cut that down, look at that. It fits perfect. So don't be afraid if you get ink on something, there's always a way to fix it. There's no sadness. So I'm going to choose the next one is going to be the green. And I think that's funny. I guess I need to watch a video on how to use the Stampin' Seal. I'm usually a glue girl. Oh, and look at my ink ran. Oh, darn it. That's okay. we can always cover that up. But look at, so that's 2 beautiful cards that we've got. And we'll do purple for this one. All right. There has to be an easier way with this stuff. There we go. I think I've got it. All right. See how those colors all blend together? Just beautiful. Oh, I was like, where's my last one? All right. Here we go. All right, this is our last one. So let's go through these really quick, and then I'll show you guys the ones that I stepped up. All right, so that's it, you guys. That's 4 simple, easy cards with a one-sheet wonder where you just make your own little backgrounds. Look at those. Aren't those pretty? So let me pull in the first ones that I did, and you can take a look at those again. You're a blessing to me. Thank you for being there for me. Thinking of you, and happy birthday. Those are the first few. And then these next ones. Okay, so I stepped these up a stitch. So let me bring these in. This first one here, I took the paper and then I embossed it, and I put in some of the in color butterflies. And I used the floral spray embossing and the in color butterflies, and I put a piece of the Barely Blush ribbon on the side. So it just steps it up a little bit. Okay. This next one, oh, so let me just reach across here. Sorry, guys. Just reach across here and grab them. Okay, so the next one, I cut out more flowers. I put them up on Stampin' Dimensionals, and I added some in-color dots and a little piece of ribbon. That's it, just to step it up just a little bit. And then I stamped another flower inside. Okay, this next one, I did the book fold, just like that. And then I added the hugs here on a little tag, tied a piece of the crisp cantaloupe ribbon, and then put have a good day here. And then the last one, I did the double vision technique. So I went and I cut these in 1/2 inch strips, popped them up every other one to give you that effect, and then put the greeting up here. So you can either make these the simple way, or you guys can step it up a little bit. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm so sorry it was so long, but I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you next week. I already have something in the works, and I'm gonna actually go work on that today. So I love you. Thanks for showing up. Like, share, subscribe, blah, 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 all that fun stuff. And I will see you next week for a new episode of Technique Tuesday. And I hope you guys are all having a great day. And thanks for hanging out with me. Okay, I'll be quiet now. Okay, bye.